Broadway Talk episode.
Online for school has been fun, not really. It is hard, so you have to check in with yourself a lot and maybe some days you have to turn off the camera.
I'm really excited to have her on to have her perspective on what her program's been doing, how they've been dealing with the current situation of COVID-19.
I hate when teachers are like, this is the new normal. Okay, yeah, cool, nice.
Hey loves, it's Brooke here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm so excited to be back with you guys doing another Broadway Talk episode. If you aren't familiar with my Broadway Talk series, it is everything to do with musical theater, life as a young actress, and helping you guys and giving you perspective on what it's like being a BFA Musical Theater major and just keeping up with my life basically as a person going into the performing arts industry. So if you're interested in that, make sure you're subscribed and give this video a big thumbs up. So today I am very excited because I'm having one of my great friends and previous co-stars, Mollie Defilippo, on today. She is a BFA Musical Theater senior as well, and she goes to Marymount Manhattan College in New York City. And I'm really excited to have her on to have her perspective on what her program's been doing, how they've been dealing with the current situation of COVID-19 affecting students, and seeing how her schedule's changed. I'm really interested to hear what her life's been up to and about, and hopefully this can give you a perspective of how other people are doing around the country in college right now as well. Always good to see that you're not alone in a certain situation. So yeah, without further ado, let's go and meet Mollie. Hey everyone, so I have Mollie here with me, and we are going to be talking a little bit about how I came to know this amazing person, talented woman. So Mollie and I met in Carrie, which I actually vlogged on my YouTube channel. It's actually one of my first vlogs was with you guys. I remember when I got my camera, yeah. So you guys should check out that video if you haven't, because that's probably a blast from the past, honestly. But yeah, Mollie played the lead Carrie. She was absolutely phenomenal, and she's going to tell us a little bit about herself.
Okay, so I'm Mollie Defilippo, and I'm a senior in the BFA Musical Theatre program at Marymount Manhattan College in New York City. So that's where I am currently residing. And I live in my apartment, and I'm so grateful for that. And just, yeah, navigating New York City through the pandemic has been fun-ish. Online for school has been fun, not really, but you know, you gotta buckle down and just do it. So yeah, I've always done theater. I fell in love with it at a very young age. Had the pleasure of doing Carrie with Brooke, and we are really good friends.
I wouldn't want to throw a tampon at anyone else.
Oh my god.
I should honestly insert a picture right now. I totally
do it. I have the infamous picture.
yeah, that role really had no redemption. If you didn't know, I played Chris Hargensen. You know, she has no bounds, that girl.
No, not at all.
We're here to tell you how this whole different show works.
And it was so weird having everybody be so mean to me on stage, and then after
after we were like, okay, I love you, I'm so sorry.
It was rough at some points, but honestly, it didn't even faze me by the second week, because every single scene is ruthless.
First question that I have for you. So I think what people will be the most interested in is how are your schedules going? Are they hybrid, in person? What is your schedule like?
Great. So, I'm obviously in New York, which is a very famous place in Corona, central, it's always about New York.
Epicenter.
And Right now, I think New York's doing pretty well. I mean, my school right now, fully online, fully everything,
Wow.
especially the musical theater and the acting programs, just because their reasoning was with the singing, there's a lot more spit that comes out when you sing and talk and you're close to people. So we were like, oh, okay, I guess that makes sense. But it's so challenging to have this be online just because the whole point of it is to interact with other people and feed off of each other, and it's so hard to do that through a screen, right?
Yeah, so hard.
Even with my academic classes, I have some academic and some performance, but my one performance class is, the whole point of it is senior year we're supposed to be auditioning, and the class is based on going to open calls, and we would be graded for like, if we got seen, like how did it go? You have to like write analysis on it. So it's pretty sad that like our senior year, we've seen it, like when I was a freshman, I saw all the seniors going to Pearl Studios for open calls for their portfolio class and getting to audition. Like you're forced to go to auditions, which is so cool. But now we have to focus on like self-tapes and just shifting the focus of the curriculum. And I have gone to some open calls like in the past for the college, but it's just so hard because everybody expects, oh, you're in New York and you go to school in New York, you can go to open calls all the time. Like, no, those are like very time consuming. You have dance in the morning. I can't miss that. And so I can't really just go to open calls whenever I want because I'll miss class. But with the class that I was taking, it specifically lets you go and do that. So it's just really frustrating because that was what we were all so excited for. And
that sounds
in the
amazing.
Water, you know?
That would be an amazing opportunity, but because of the circumstance, you can't. Yeah.
Obviously, it's not anybody's fault, but because there's literally no auditions at all. But focusing on self-tapes is definitely going to be interesting, and because I think that's really where we're going. That's where we're headed, in my opinion. I think that a lot of auditions, even after this whole pandemic, not that it's going to be over, but
I think self-tapes are going to become more mainstream, or like that will be the main thing that you first go through. Like the first cut will probably start to be self-tapes.
I agree. That's like, and so I think it's important that, and I think it's also valuable that we have gone through, both of us are seniors, so we have gone through like freshman, sophomore, junior in like the how it used to be, and now in our last year we get to kind of have some sort of guidance into how the future is going to go. So I think that's, as much as it sucks, I think it's really going to be pretty good for us to have some guidance with our faculty into getting our self-tapes perfected, you know? It's still very new and people don't really know how to change it for the better. Like we have daily dance, so we have dance every single day from 8:30 to 9:50. And it's so hard to do it on Zoom because
I've been dancing in my literal bedroom. Like
it's so hard because you have tap and you live in an apartment and you don't want to be annoying to your
you don't want to be like I feel so bad when I'm singing in my apartment for the people next to me, below me. I feel so bad. Like
I put a sign on my door saying, "Hi, I know, I'm sorry." Like literally, if people come in, they're not like, "Oh, she knows she's loud," but like it's so difficult because teachers are like, "Oh yeah, you could just do it all in your apartment." Like, okay, yeah. I'll try, but what if I can't, you know?
Yeah, and also, like, not everyone, like, especially in New York, like, you could just be subletting a room. Like,
exactly.
And, like, then, like, the other room's a common space for a lot of people, and, like, they don't want to, like, take over that space or anything, so it really isn't a great situation.
I know, and my roommate's also in the BFA Musical Theatre program. We're both seniors, and so we're both in the same dance class. So she has, like, a bigger room than mine, so she just dances in her room, and I dance in, like, the living room common area. It's just, like, so weird.
So, next question.
Ready.
So how has your mental health been during this time / motivation with musical theater? Has it changed? Has it made you think about other career paths? Has it made you like pick up different artsy activities or hobbies that you might potentially see as a career?
Yeah, of course. So my mental health, I think last semester, I want to say, like the end of our junior year, when we first started going online, it was like awful. Like I just was not motivated at all. But I think this semester, like starting fresh and knowing well in advance that this is going to be our reality for at least the first semester and probably second, I think I kind of rewired my brain in the sense that I was like, okay, now I need to like buckle down. It's my senior year. I have to do the work, be motivated. And you can't just tell yourself to be motivated. You kind of have to like feel it.
True.
So
True.
I do wake up a minute before dance class and then go do it because it's in my house. But I mean, would I expect anything less? No. Like I'm not gonna be one of those people that gets up an hour before and like makes breakfast. I don't know. I'm not like that organized, but I will say that I am a little bit better than last semester, and I mean, it is hard, so you have to like check in with yourself a lot, and like, there may be some days you have to like turn off the camera and like have like a mental health day, and I think that's so important because I love mental health advocacy.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I don't know. What was the other question?
Like, is there anything else that you've been doing
like
to fulfill you artistically? Like, because you can't usually like do the same things you would normally be doing in the same way.
No, the thing is, I've been like painting.
Oh,
Mostly
cool.
like last semester, just like little presents for people. But that kind of made me think about, because, well, my best friend and my mom and my dad are all like in social work. So I definitely am trying to go to grad school for social work. That's
amazing.
Yeah, thank you. I'm excited. I have to start buckling down on that too. But like to have something in my back pocket, not called a backup plan, but I think it's kind of smart to have something that you know you can fall back on.
Yeah, and isn't this, I mean, I get why you're saying that, because like actors hate the term backup plan.
It's the worst.
But it's the worst too. Like, oh, like, do you have a backup plan? Like, oh, so you're
Why do you ask that? That's so rude.
Like, what's your minor? I'm like, like, so yeah, but no, that's like another passion that like you can have. Yeah,
and if it's something that you're really
passionate
help you
about,
with
theater,
know.
give you like people experience. Like you're getting experience with other humans, and that can honestly like help you in your craft. So
yeah, and I mean, you never know where life's gonna take you, so you never know what will happen, and especially now, I think is the most confusing time that we've had in the theater industry. Where like, what will go back to normal? What will be the new normal? If I have to hear the new normal one more time, though, I'm getting so annoyed. I don't even know why I just said
she's
that.
She's like, I can't.
It's like embedded in my brain. I'm like, new normal.
About the new normal.
I know. I hate when teachers are like, this is the new normal. Like, okay, yeah, cool, nice, next. And it's just so much uncertainty. So the fact that, if you can make yourself have a little more certainty in having something else that you're interested in, just to go in, you can go in one direction for a little while, put that on hold, and go into another little direction, put that on hold, and just change. Do both at the same time, like open up a little private practice while you're auditioning, you know, those kinds of little things.
Yeah.
And that's a really cool thing to think about, but scary.
Yeah, it is scary because it gives you like the feeling that, oh, like this would maybe won't work out for me, but honestly in the long run, like you can find other, I remember I had a certain period in my life where I really only thought that I was going to be interested in musical theater, and there was a time and now I'm just like, there are so many things outside that can also fulfill me if that is not on the table like during that time. So yeah, that's awesome to hear.
I feel like when you get to that point where you're like, oh, maybe I could also do this, it's scary because you're like, oh my God, am I starting to think that maybe I'm not good enough, that this isn't right for me, or that I should give up? But no, it's completely not like that. It's just you're going into something else. You can completely keep this on 100% as musical theater, but just add this too.
Yeah.
Like another element. So it's not you giving up, and it's not you thinking you're not good enough or you're not going to make it. It's just adding something else to your interests.
Well, okay, guys. Thank you so much, Mollie, for coming on today. That means so much to me that you took time out of your day to do this with me. And I think that it will give people kind of a perspective on I don't know if incoming freshmen are thinking about going to MT programs and seeing what they might be involved in later.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Thank you so much for having me. This is so fun. I was so excited. I've always wanted to be on your channel ever since I knew it was happening. Yeah, this has been great. And I love talking about musical theater and different programs. So I think it's really important to share different aspects of different programs just for people that are interested in it.
Well guys, that was so fun. I hope that gave you some perspective on what she's been going through during COVID-19 and seeing the changes in her program, and talking about that hopefully gave you some perspective on what other people are going through in different areas of the country. So hopefully that was entertaining and useful for you guys. And make sure you're following me on Instagram. It's @BrookeVanAllen, and make sure you are following Mollie on Instagram. I will also have that linked and have that pop up in the video right now for you guys. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys so much. Thank you for the support always, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.